We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Ring View Podcast. My name is Barry Grant Jr. My good friend over there is Josh Tariff, the wrestling professional, as I like to call him. How you doing, sir? You thought something bad was coming. No. See? You see?
Wow.
I saw the face. Like, what is he going to say about me now?
I mean, wrestling and professional. Those are two different terms that people question when they throw them in my direction. So,
well, you are, okay? You're a professional. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. Okay. All right.
Thanks, Dad.
No matter what they say about you. All right. You're always a professional. Well, no, I mean, you do your thing. All right. Anybody that doesn't know, they better go check the resume. You know what I mean? Google me. That's the term. Google me and see what's out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to have an experience this weekend that I've never had before for a wrestling show.
Interesting.
I'm going to be performing in a wrestling show at an anime convention. There's some massive anime convention this weekend in Riverside, California.
Yeah,
which is a little over an hour and a half from where I live. And apparently, they're doing wrestling in the convention.
Yeah.
And I am taking part of it where I am leading a team who is anti-anime.
All right, let me ask a question. Are you going to be cosplaying at some point?
Well, I'm going to be Christian Rosenberg.
Well, can you have something so you can kind of like rip off?
They might be giving us like T-shirts, like as far as in unison for that team. I don't know. But I'm sure me being anti-anime at an anime convention, I have a feeling I might get booed this week.
Yeah, just a little bit, a little bit.
So
it's gonna be fun.
It'll be exciting because I have another show on Saturday where I will be managing my giant Alex Ace as he defends the SoCal Heavyweight Championship against TMDK member Che Cabrera. Latino Meat is what he's called, but member of the Mighty Don't Kneel with Zack Sabre Jr., Shane Hayes, Bad Dude Tito. So they got a match on Saturday, and then I'm going to get booed by a bunch of anime con people on Sunday.
That's a good weekend.
It's going to be a busy weekend.
Yeah. I like that. Christian Rosenberg is going to be one of the most hated men in the building. You gotta love it. it. We love the villains on this side of the show. Okay, I applaud villains. Okay, I've always been a kid. Growing up, I said I like the bad guy. I was always that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shouts to you. Lot to talk about today. We're not going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a good time. But we're going to discuss, Clash at Italy. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Monday Night Raw review as well. It was a decent show. Wasn't terrible. It wasn't overly great, but it's fine. It's fine. As the great Josh Tariff puts, it's fine. It's fine.
And lately, if we get a TV show that we call is fine, that means it's done all right.
Yeah, it's a home run. Definitely a home run. And then we're going to lead off the show with it's a story that happened last week, I believe. We have El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser.
Well, let's just be clear. These are two completely different people.
Yeah, according to the reports. Yeah, according to reports.
They're just close friends of each other.
Close friends. Ludwig got in some trouble in regards to being on an elevator. He was schmoozing the schmooze. I don't know if it was his official girlfriend or not, but if it was, whatever. He's over here doing his thing, and somebody didn't like what he was doing on the elevator and had some words. I didn't really pay attention to it at first, and then there was some other stuff said. So we're going to go ahead and kind of read this article a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this here? All right.
Close. Well, that's an ad for Aldi.
Yeah. There we go. So it says, not a version of Ludwig Kaiser believed to be a planted story. We'll see. It's a different version of events arrested. Appears Kaiser, real name Marcel Barthol. Here it is. Said he told the couple to please have some manners. At this point, Kaiser allegedly attacked the complainant, punching him multiple times and pushing him to the ground before Kaiser threatened further violence. CCTV footage also showed that Kaiser punched and pushed the complainant outside of the elevator. Different account of the incident was made public, who claimed that he was told that Marcel Rodon's partner, it says, you need to show some effing respect before I call ICE on that bitch. I don't mean to use those words. Yes, I do. So apparently WWE is aware of the situation, and they were just like, yeah, we're good. We're okay. We understand what happened. And I had texted you, and I was like, dude.
Yeah, I broke the news to you.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not good, man. Like, yo, he was this close to be able to just like be out of here. You know what I mean? Like he was gonna get that push, because obviously the way things are going and how over he was, we kind of know who's gonna win the mask versus mask match, right? Like that's how it looked at that time, because he was so over. And
well, yeah, Grande Americano was going to win the mask versus mask match.
Yes, his friend. I was very nervous about it, just like, this is not a good thing. And this comes out now, and we get some more information about it. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, if that's actually what happened, then good for him, because at the end of the day, like, you know, there's too many people out here. And, you know, this is not a political thing. I don't have to get political, but too many people have too many things to say about people that they don't have business talking about, right? And it's like, you know, just because you feel a certain way or your party is in power and you feel a little bit more brazen to do things, like we're starting to see a lot more of these incidents starting to happen way too often. And a lot of times they don't go checked physically. You know, it's one of those things where it's a conversation to be had. Somebody takes the high road and just walks away or whatever it is. But there's a small percentage of time where somebody's going to get their ass kicked. And for me, I am always going to be pro ass kick, because sometimes when you go ahead and mess with people, the only great deterrent is to be able to put hands on somebody so they don't do it again. So, you know, good for you know, Mr. Kaiser, to be able to defend the partner that he was with. WWE is in full support of him, and the fans are going to love him even more now. So thoughts on this, my good friend?
Well, the love was already shown, because in that first 24 hours, obviously a whirlwind of, you know, waiting for more news to come out, because everyone going back and forth, they're like, oh, geez, what happened? Because there was originally even like a rumor going around that was claiming he got arrested for a domestic issue.
Yeah, that was the
original. And it's like, report. And like, okay, that immediately got wiped away, because like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh, he assaulted some guy. Okay, that's not it. He assaulted some guy because the guy was annoyed that he was making out with his very attractive girlfriend in the elevator.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. Oh, he assaulted a guy because the guy told him to stop making out with his attractive girlfriend in the elevator, and that he's going to report her to ICE.
Right.
Screw you.
And I'm putting hands on you.
Yeah. As would any person with no pun intended, with a conscience.
Yeah.
So all that's happening. There was some type of event that Grande Americano was supposed to be at, which then got canceled because he had to go support his buddy Ludwig Kaiser, because he was just too distraught over it.
Yeah, of course.
And then I think it was like the following day he appeared at something where the joy and the love that the fans gave him after all this news has now finally got processed properly, where they're hugging him, singing with him. You could see literally through the mask the raw emotion that he was feeling because of just a tumultuous, you know, couple days, and so many things were up in the air and in question. And now again, it adds more and more love and admiration to him Where then at the most recent AAA show, you had original Grande Americano have his girlfriend's face on his T-shirt to just help build the animosity. I mean, we don't mention this part. We've talked about AAA a little bit, and obviously we've talked about the questions on the stories and the bookings and things like that. I am immediately saying right now that Undertaker is Booker of the Year.
Yeah, he's done a great job down there.
Because what he has done with this story, this has been the must-see event in all of WWE this year. This feud has beat everything that happened at WrestleMania.
I agree.
And
outside of Punk and Roman, obviously.
No, I think this has been bigger. I honestly think this has been a better build.
Okay, I like it.
And a better job than that. And it comes to a head on Saturday. So this is going to easily be the most watched AAA event ever.
Yes.
I would be shocked if it is not the most watched WWE YouTube event ever.
Wow. But I'm there with you.
Yeah. And I can already tell you this will be a match of the year contender.
Yeah.
Because both of the guys are just so good and the story has been so big with whatever the outcome ends up being. So I cannot wait for this match.
Yeah.
I mean, you could move this match onto Clash in Italy. I know it wouldn't make sense to have a AAA match from Clash in Italy, but you could move it to that show and erase all the other matches from the card, and I would tune in. And that's not me knocking the other matches that are on the card, because the matches are going to be good.
Yeah,
but I'm so invested in that.
100%. I mean, at this point, you know, I get a feeling who's going to win, right? And
Grande Americano.
Yes. One of them.
This joke will never die.
Do you think that the way it's going and how he's being booked and how the fans are reacting to him, can we put a strap on him? Is that in his future?
Well, right now it seems like the only strap would be the AAA Mega Championship.
That's what I'm talking about.
And now they've added another wrinkle in the stories in AAA, because who is their new general manager? Rey Mysterio. Who is their current champion? Dominic Mysterio. So now you throw that in, and you're going to throw the fact that Rey is going to make Dominic defend the title against whichever Americano wins.
Right.
Dominic is going to be defending the title against one of them.
Absolutely.
And would not be surprised if Dominic then loses it to that Grande Americano. Continues a feud, and now a feud with authority with his father, while then the champion Grande Americano, whether it continues on in a feud with the same person that's just no longer wearing a mask, or they start elevating your La Parcas, your Iguanas, your whoever.
Yeah.
But Triple A is on fire, man.
Yeah, man. It's really a good product. And you know, for anybody that's a WWE fan that just focuses on, you know, Raw and SmackDown, take a gander, go on YouTube and really check out AAA, as well as, you know, check out NXT as well. Like, kind of engulf yourself into other things that are just not the main roster stuff, because they really do have some good things going on. It really is good.
Yes.
So shouts to El Grande Americano. He is a real, genuine hero. Where are we going after this? Are we going Monday Night Raw?
Well, there's one thing I want to bring up from SmackDown. There's one topic, and we'll just talk about that. And that was the fact that we finally, officially got a Sami Zayn heel turn.
Yes.
And
not subtle either. It was just
it wasn't subtle.
Yeah.
So he was trying to talk to Cody because like, hey, if anyone knows how to beat Gunther, it's me.
Right.
Even though Cody beat Gunther like a little over a year ago for the Crown Royal. What did you call that Saudi championship?
Crown Jewel? Is it
Crown Jewel? Crown
Yeah.
Royal. That's what
Crown
I need
Royal.
right now.
We'll
I need a
call it
glass of that
going
right
forward.
now. But the Crown Jewel championship. So it's like, all right, well, Cody has beaten them before. So thanks, but no thanks, which is exactly what Cody said to him.
Yeah.
And then Sammy started complaining to Nick Aldis, and Cody's still in the room. So they have a match. And you would think, okay, with the stuff that they've been teasing for months, backstage stuff, hey, this could be depending if Cody were to successfully defend against Gunther. Oh, it might make sense to build this for them to have a title match at a pay-per-view.
Right.
Well, we have it on SmackDown. It happens. Cody wins. And then Gunther comes out and attacks Cody. And Sammy has the ability to save him, but then just stands there and watches
and
walks away. And that, again, kind of goes back into when Sammy had a title match a few months prior where now I'm trying to blank on who interfered.
We're talking about against Trick?
No, against Cody.
Oh, against Cody.
With McIntyre.
Right.
Where he had a match against McIntyre. Or a match against one of them, whoever was champion. And he ended up turning and hitting McIntyre instead of taking advantage of Cody to get the win. Well, like all that is now like come back and was like, oh, he can make the save on Cody again like he did months ago. But no, I'm not doing it. And we had another talk with him and Gargano. Gargano knocked down a bottle of water, which means he's alive. But we are solidifying. All right, Cody's got Gunther this weekend. But now Sammy is back in the mix of this as the heel. And you would think I'd be thrilled about it.
You should be. Because
you would think I'd be thrilled that he's back in the title picture.
Yeah, you should be.
I don't like this Sammy right now.
Well, here's the thing. All right. This has been the most interesting Sami Zayn has been in over 2 years. Okay. he is as dull as a board, but this makes him have some type of personality. Okay, I can't stand Sami Zayn on my team.
I'm one of his ride or dies, man.
You are.
I'm a ride or die Sami Zayn.
And I don't know anybody else that is. But salute to you. If this is gonna make him interesting, then so be it. Because outside of that, I don't want to see him on TV. As bad as SmackDown is, give me somebody else. But the fact that he's a bad guy and he's turned over that, I like that Sami Zayn. I used to love the conspiracy Sami Zayn.
Oh, I loved that because that was different.
Yeah.
This we've seen out of different guys before.
You never know what spin is gonna come though. We're just being introduced to we have no idea what's actually coming, right? Mm-hmm. So give it a shot. Give it a shot.
All right. I'll yes, sir. I'll do what you say.
Well, all I'm saying is that it's better than what the hell he was doing before. Okay, because enough. Okay, comes out with that stupid music. People just I'm over it. All right. And he might need a music change too. You can't come out being a villain with that music. You can't do it. You can't do it. Have something else. Okay? But table the music for now.
Can we have something else, but not by Def Rebel?
Yes. Fire them too. Okay? Future Endeavor, Def Rebel.
All right. So switching gears to Raw. So a few things here that we can touch on.
Yeah.
One, show started with Paul Heyman, emphasized about the rematch with Oba Femi. Oba came out, signed the contract, and Oba mentioned to Paul that this is the final chapter. And in the midst of that, we also had a video from Brock where Brock, again, says like, hey, you humbled me. I retired. But that didn't set well with me. And now you're going to wrestle a retired Brock Lesnar. It's like, wait, that sentence makes no sense. And again, Adam Pearce did everything he could to file that retirement paperwork on your behalf.
So here's a question. Is this an unsanctioned match?
Apparently, it's just listed as a rematch. It's not listed as unsanctioned.
But he would have to be an active wrestler to be a sanctioned match.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
But my other question, when this is the final chapter, if they're emphasizing that, well, if Brock wins, it ain't the final chapter because then you have to have a rubber match.
Do you honestly think that Brock's going to win?
If Oba beats Brock twice, what was the point of Brock coming back for this? Besides a giant payday.
Is there anything else that has motivated Brock Lesnar since he's been back officially with WWE since before when he left UFC? What has motivated this man more than the biggest paycheck in the game? Nobody gets paid more than Brock Lesnar to appear 2 times a year. No one.
Yeah.
So that's his only motivation. He talks about it all the time, right? You got to feed his kids. They eat a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's it. And on top of that, he likes Obafemi a lot. You can tell that, like, behind the scenes, that's a guy that he's like, if I'm going to lose to anybody, I want to give him the rub so he can be the next me, right? So he can kind of continue that on because there's nobody else that's genetically superior that can be able to do it other than him, right? Like, he's the only one that can be able to actually walk in my footsteps. Yeah. So if there's anybody that I'm okay with losing back-to-back matches to, it's Obafemi. Because I guarantee that it's going to be a different match. They're going to go longer than what they did at WrestleMania. You know, what did they do at WrestleMania? 5 minutes?
Maybe. So what?
We get 10. We get 10.
You think they can go 10 minutes?
We get 10, but what we get is story. What we get is Brock Lesnar is going to be F5ing, Obafemi all over the place. And Oba keeps getting up. Brock Lesnar starts looking at Paul Heyman and the frustration starts to build, right? He starts breaking things around the ring, turns over the ring announcer table and all this other stuff, turns over the announcer desk. He's just unhinged because he can't get this kid, right? And Oba beats him down in the ring, beats him to the point where Brock Lesnar can't get up. And Oba says, stay down. Stay down, old man. Stay down. It's over. And Brock Lesnar looks him in the face and he smacks Obafemi. And Obafemi picks him up again for the fall of grace, and that's it. 1, 2, 3. And the end of Brock Lesnar. And that's the story.
Does he take his boots and gloves off again?
No. What we get is Obafemi picking Brock up, and you get the passing of the torch. That's what you get. But the story that's going to get told is going to be a more of a physical, really like Oba is going to, because remember what his final words to Paul Heyman was, I was trying to beat Brock at WrestleMania. I'm going to kill him now, right? That's what's going to happen, is that he's going to beat Brock Lesnar, beyond an inch of his life. And then that's going to be the story. That's it. And that's going to be, if you're going to leave on a note, let the gunslinger go out like that. That's the way to go out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than just like leaving things to imagination. No. Let the guy that's supposed to be the guy leave an imprint in the ring on you. And that's the way it's supposed to go. The beast has finally been conquered and he won't get up this time. So, yeah, that's a story that you couldn't tell at WrestleMania. You can be able to tell it at Clash in Italy.
All right. I hope you're right.
I hope so, too. I just went on a damn soliloquy for the last 5 minutes. I hope that happens. Because if we don't get that, then I'm going to call you and I'm going to be upset. Said, Josh, remember what I said on Wednesday? Nothing happened. None of that stuff happened.
And I'm going to be busy getting yelled at by people at an anime con, and you're going to be trying to call me.
Answer me. You're going to leave me on red, and I'm going to be upset about that.
You should.
And then when I do call you or you do answer, then I'm going to yell at you. So yeah.
Moving on. Hey, remember when there was a group called The Vision?
Who?
Yeah. So at Saturday Night's Main Event,
you're talking about the group of guys. There was a lot of them, right? There was
several.
Like this big guy. He wore what do you call it? The not the onesie. What is it called? The singlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, two guys that wore singlets.
I dare you to look at him and call it a onesie.
I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. It's not nice. I was trying to find the word.
Singlet. Dare you?
Two guys with a singlet, two big guys, very intimidating. And you had a guy that came from YouTube, very, very good in the ring. You had another guy has some potential, they say. You had, one of the greatest performers of all time. He was a part of this thing. And then you have one of the greatest managers of all time. This was, you talk about on paper, this is one of the best things you ever seen. But it's not what we got. So
at Saturday Night's Main Event, which, by the way, we didn't really touch on at all. It was a fun show. It was a fun show.
Very good show.
Everyone not named Sol Ruca had a very good performance. And I'm sorry to say that.
Poor Sol.
Anyway, as soon as the tag title match ends, Dawkins flips over the top rope onto Logan Paul. And as soon as I watched the move happen, I jumped like, ugh.
You knew it?
Well, I knew because the way he went down with the arm and his knee looked awkward. So my initial thought was the knee, but then when I saw the replay, I'm like, oh, it's like both areas. I'm like, uh-oh.
So did Dawkins land on the actual arm itself?
So it looked like he kind of, I don't know if he landed on the actual arm itself. I feel like it was a combination of Logan was maybe like half a step too close, or Dawkins got like half a step too far in his jump, because it wasn't like the plush where you want to ideally try to hit when you do a move like that.
Right.
You rarely do because it's such a high risk type move. But the way that Logan went down, I immediately jumped like, uh-oh. And of course my thought is, it's the Vision. I'm worried. Sure enough, found out on Raw, tore his tricep.
Jeez.
Gone for months. And that is just, I mean, it's unfortunate for Logan, and it's an absolute gut punch for him. And when is enough going to be enough with the Vision? As far as just the injury, it's no one's fault.
No, none of these injuries, not anybody's fault. There's not.
You had a hernia, you had a torn bicep from breaking a cover.
Right.
You had Rollins with the shoulder injury, and I'm trying to remember what caused the injury. It was something he's done a million times.
It was the coast to coast,
where he landed on the coast to coast.
Right.
And now you have Logan tearing his tricep from, protecting Dawkins from getting hurt. So it's just so tough for them. So then on Raw, they pivot, as they have to constantly do with the Vision. And they say, well, the tag titles belong to the Vision. They weren't specifically Austin and Logan. So Austin Theory, you are now tag champs with Braun Breaker. Because it's just like, that's the only other one that's healthy right now. And then Paul's like, hey, Austin, you're gonna make a statement tonight. So Austin Theory all of a sudden becomes the psychotic man on a mission this evening, out of the blue. He goes from the guy that's not talking at all to, hey, you're the only one left that we have, so we need you to talk and do everything.
I do have a funny tidbit to put in here.
Okay.
I get the whole tough guy persona that he's now putting on. He kind of ran roughshod on Raw, but can you have better pants outside of the bell bottoms that he was wearing? Because it doesn't look intimidating when you have those big bell bottom pants hitting people with chairs.
I'm sorry, if you have the cojones to wear pants like that on Netflix, you more than intimidate me, sir.
Did it not cross your mind? All right.
Not honestly, I don't even remember what the pants look like. Now I got to look for a clip.
I saw it. I was just like,
Oh, okay. Here's a shot of it.
You wear those pants, man.
All right, so I have a quick look here. Like I'm gonna throw it up here because I finally just recently learned how to even do that.
Oh, nice.
Well, now let's see if I remember how to properly do it. But so if I'm doing that, and then I'm doing this. This is the award-winning type of podcasting right now. Where it's got see, and now I got to turn into a JPEG. I forgot to do that.
No, see, look at you. Look at you.
See, this is where I thrive. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, JPEG save.
So I'm gonna go ahead and explain again.
Please explain while I get the photo.
When I was watching this, I was just like, okay. I mean, look. I like the new aggression from Austin Theory. I like that instead of you just being the weasel, right?
It is.
Come on, man. Like you gotta have better pants than that.
So I'm looking at
pants than that.
I'm looking at these pants. I did not know that you could make designer jeans, joggers, the 90s starter warm-up pants that you rip off, and bell bottoms with a belt, all in one pair.
Listen,
and that's what you have here.
It's an impressive look. It's an impressive look. I saw that. That's the first thing that I was just like, dude, what kind of fit is that, man? That's not intimidating at all. But it works for Austin Theory. So hey, it is what it is.
And so we have him attack Joe Hendry, where Joe Hendry is, for who knows how many minutes, just singing the loop of Paul, can we fire Logan Paul in the ring? Because he started it during the commercial break, and then he went well over a minute of the same thing.
Right.
And again, the parody of firing somebody. And 2 days after the dude just got a serious injury, let's fire him, everybody. Yeah. I've hated this song so much. I love Joe Hendry. I hate this song.
They can do a lot better. Because at the end of the day,
and Joe Hendry can do much better because he's so damn talented.
They could have definitely altered the song to say something. Obviously, you don't want to make fun of somebody being injured, but listen, we seen them make a lot of money with somebody being able to take advantage of somebody's injury in regards to Drew McIntyre or CM Punk, right? Like there's ways to do it where, he could have came up with something creative, but yeah, go ahead.
So he destroys, Joe Hendry. And then later in the night, after Seth Rollins and Montez Ford had a match, which I correctly predicted on this show last week that they would.
Yes, you did.
All of a sudden, Angelo Dawkins comes out and by Theory attacking him. And then we have the worst camera angle ever possible to show a concerto. And
like straight on. Who the hell? Who called this in a truck?
I don't know.
Who called it?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But now we lay it out, Angelo Dawkins, with a move that normally would result in people getting stretchered out.
Yeah.
We cut back like 5 minutes later where he's apparently just sitting in the trainer's room and Montez and Seth Rollins are both wondering, hey, what's wrong with him? And now all of a sudden we have an alliance forming between Seth and Montez. Now that they got to compete and fight it out, now they seem to have an agreement.
Yeah. And they had a great match too. So
they absolutely and I would expect nothing less from the two of them.
Yeah.
So Theory is unleashed. Run for your lives.
Oh no.
Oh no. Now, one thing that did happen on Raw that I was very happy about was LA Knight showed up.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this guy?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Hold on. I don't hear it.
Tell me. Yeah.
Oh, is that playing? Oh, I don't know.
I'm hearing it.
Oh, you hear it? Okay. Well, I
can't
hear it, so it's fine.
Yeah. But more importantly, it wasn't just like his promo and the back and forth that he had with Jimmy, which I still really felt got nowhere.
Yeah.
With their promo. But it was the fact that next week, King and Queen of the Ring begins.
And you didn't. We were talking about it. You definitely led it in regards to you not knowing that if we were even going to have this, but if it was,
because there's been nothing. But if there was,
yeah,
it's the easy way to continue to elevate Oba to get the title match.
Correct.
But now we have LA Knight, talking about it. So okay, cool.
Here's a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Yeah, I would hope so. If let's just say that LA Knight wins the King of the Ring.
Sure. It's very possible.
Very possible, right? Is it a situation where you can choose who you face at SummerSlam, or is it whatever brand you're on, it's just automatically that?
As far as I know, it would be whatever brand you're on.
Right, because I was thinking if he did win it, right?
Because there's most likely is going to be the Raw and SmackDown sides, where then the finals are going to be a Raw versus SmackDown guy and a Raw versus SmackDown girl. That's my guess.
Yeah, because like my thing is like, we've been clamoring for this entire year that LA Knight should be on SmackDown. So
right,
yeah, I'm just saying like if he did win, what would be the odds of him just showing up on SmackDown and kind of going that way? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he's still, neck deep in all the bloodline stuff, why would he suddenly leave if he has a title match against a bloodline member? So we'll see, but definitely very excited for King, Queen of the Ring.
Yeah.
We know LA Knight's in it, but as of right now, that's the only person we know for both sides.
Right.
But I'm just going to do this right now. I'm calling it right now, and obviously that will change if they're not in it.
Yeah.
But your King of the Ring is going to be Obafemi, and your Queen of the Ring is going to be Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green. I like that. I like Chelsea Green, man.
I love Chelsea.
She's so over. She is over like how Zack Ryder was over, and I don't know if the company likes that or not, but if they need to just let her be because she's money. She's money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So again, we'll see if they're even in it.
Yeah.
But if they are, I'm already going with those two.
My biggest thing that I just don't think that the powers that be want to take the belt off of Roman that quickly at SummerSlam. I mean, we're talking about what, August?
Yeah. So by the time that happens, it would have been a between 4 and 5 month reign.
So not too bad, right? And then he can, because I don't know if we're gonna get. We might not get part-time reigns for the rest of the year, right?
I don't know.
Or maybe after SummerSlam he goes back to the lighter schedule.
Maybe.
Which might make sense to take the belt off of him. So I mean, like once we get closer to that, obviously we will have these conversations. But I'm with you. I think if Oba's in it, you gotta go Oba. Nobody's beating him. Yeah. But if he's not in it, you damn sure better give it to LA Knight. Okay, like come on now, like enough of the backstage bullshit with my man. He is good enough to be able to be King of the Ring. Okay, if you're gonna give it to and I love this guy. All right, I love him, but if you're gonna give it to Baron Corbin and Xavier Woods, you damn sure better give it to LA Knight. That's all I'm saying. Like, come on now, WWE. If you look, come on, take the chat GPT script or whatever the hell y'all got doing and put LA Knight's name in there.
All right, there's on if it's not Oba and it's not LA Knight, the only one that's allowed to be is Danhausen.
I'll take that too. Okay, you seen what he done to the Knicks? He has turned the Knicks into Goldberg, like WCW Goldberg. That's what they are. Winhausen. Okay,
Winhausen. My God.
If the Knicks win the NBA championship,
Danhausen gets a ring.
He better get a ring.
He gets a ring.
Not only does he get a ring,
he's in the parade.
The parade. But I'm gonna do you one better. They hang his jersey in the rafters. Hang his jersey in the rafters.
He gets a statue in front of the Garden.
Something. All right. If they're gonna give Pat a statue, put Danhausen right next to him. Okay, because listen, I picked the Knicks to be in the finals. It's not shocking to me. It's just how they got there in regards to
and how dominant they were.
Domination that they put on people in the Eastern Conference. It's amazing, but we're going off track. But yes, I agree. If it's not Danhausen or LA Knight, it got to be Obafemi. Nobody else. We don't care. What else do you want to discuss?
And then, well, last thing for Raw, we have the final like meeting for the tribal combat with Roman and Jacob Fatu,
which I will say was pretty good.
I very much enjoyed this, and I would have enjoyed it even more if they did this 4 weeks ago.
Yes. Or
this is what you needed to build it.
Or give it, because they I think the promo in itself was probably like a little over 5 minutes. So you would have gave it a little bit more time to be able to kind of, get there. It was fine. It's cool. But I agree with you. This is what we should have been getting the entire build. Like, I understand that you want to save that for the last, the go home show. But like, we got a lot of like fodder before this. Yeah. Like, really, you know what I mean?
So it was good as far as having the talk, and then the what has now become the traditional handshake, like head touch of the Bloodline members, that they're doing it now prior to the actual match for the tribal combat. We're definitely intrigued to see how it goes. But as far as I can think, I think that was the only other thing that I wanted to make sure I brought up in Raw. Another like good backstage, segment as far as with Ethan Page. Annoyed that Javon Evans got a title match against Penta, which was a great match, and why he didn't get it the week prior in his hometown makes no sense.
Here's a little addition to that.
Yep.
Frustration from Javon Evans.
You started to see a hint of it a little bit.
I like it because, again, I've been saying it since he's been called up. There needs to be more to him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like him flying around and doing all that stuff. It's cool, but it does get old after a while. You need some character development. We need to know what this kid is about.
Yeah.
And if there is going to be some type of variation to his character, it's a good thing, right? So I want to see them lean into this a lot more. He's Mr. Smiley, but sometimes he might not want to smile, and maybe there's some added frustration here where he might feel passed over, and that can be able to lead to something. But continue.
So be intriguing, and then you had Rey Mysterio come back and wants to get in line for a title shot as well. Ethan Page complained about it. Rusev complained about it. I mean, we got almost everyone from the ladder match at WrestleMania now wanting a title shot again. So, I mean, let's just get JD McDonough in the mix of this as well, and we'll just do another one. So,
I mean, I love it though. The Intercontinental title scene is fresh. I like it. I like it.
All right. So, all that said, Clash in Italy predictions.
Let's do it, sir.
Let's do it. So again, another incredibly stacked 5-match card. And
can they just give us 7 one time? Like, what? 2 more matches is not gonna kill you. It really isn't.
And again, 2 of these will be for free on ESPN.
Right. So we're gonna only get 3 matches on the actual paid card.
Yep. I mean, unless they suddenly announce another match on SmackDown.
Right.
But as of right now, at the time of this recording, there's a total of 5 matches. So we'll go as far as the free ones. It sounds like they might be opening the show with Cody versus Gunther.
Unbelievable.
Who wins?
Cody. Because of Sami Zayn.
Cody wins because of Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Gunther wins because of Sami Zayn.
I think Sami wants to beat Cody and finds a way to do something that's going to assist Cody, not purposely. It's going to be some type of like clusterfuck type of situation, and
Mm-hmm.
Cody ends up stealing a pin, some type of situation like that. Like, not like necessarily winning clean, but I see Cody winning because of interference.
Okay.
From Sami Zayn.
Okay. Well, back when Gunther retired John Cena, I said he could not lose for at least a year, and I'm sticking to that.
You did say that.
Gunther becomes champion. And again, I could absolutely see it dirty. I can see Sammy getting involved.
So if that happens, then we get a blood feud between Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn.
Yes,
away
from the title. Okay. Away from the title.
I honestly don't hate your win. I don't hate your side of it, just because I think just for Cody's sake, I think it's time for him to just step away from the title picture a little bit. Like, he doesn't, like, he's so over, he's so good that, and I think the fans will be able to embrace him again the way they want to without the championship.
Sure. Right?
Because I think that there's some championship fatigue with him. Not his fault. It's just the way it's booked, the way SmackDown is being booked. And, he's the shining light on SmackDown, but it's not really that great. I think it might make some sense that, you kind of just keep him away from the title picture for now. So yeah, I don't hate that outcome either. Either one I'm good with.
All right. Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley defending against Jade Cargill, WrestleMania rematch.
Jade.
Rhea.
Come on. You gotta side with me one time, man. Jade.
Last one we sided on everything together.
Well, that was last time, man. I'm talking about this card. Okay. Jade. Why do you say Rhea? Just explain.
Who are they pushing the most right now to the moon on SmackDown?
Charlotte.
Nope.
Who?
Jacy Jane.
Okay.
That's who's next for Rhea.
So does she lose to Jacy Jane at SummerSlam?
Possibly. I mean, it might not even be SummerSlam. It might be before SummerSlam.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
And then I could see then Jade turning her attention to the Queen of the Ring, because then you get a title shot again. So she'll prove that, like, she's the top person and try to win that.
Got it. I want Jade to win just because I think for her, I think it's better to put the title on her and give her a long run, just because of her character. It sure. Just makes sense to be able to have a dominant looking woman like that with the championship, and then she has her minions that can be able to kind of do the Timu bloodline type of thing. They can do that and still be able to build everybody else up. But I mean, look, kind of letting Jacy Jane get it as well is fine. I myself too am going to put the same mindset on Rhea. I don't want Rhea anywhere near the title picture for a while, because I just don't think she needs it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that Triple H has his in case of emergency break glass people, and she's one of them.
Yep.
Right. But I think the women's division is getting to a point where, especially with, Jacy Jane here, and now you have Paige back, like, you're going to start and then Charlotte starting to build herself back up. You have options here that you can turn to, and you don't necessarily have to have Rhea kind of dominate the division right now. I think she can kind of take a step back. That's my opinion.
Now, this isn't listed from what I'm viewing, but I could have sworn they said on Raw that we were going to have Rollins and Braun Breaker at Clash in Italy.
He did ask Pierce for that. Yeah.
But it wasn't.
They probably didn't make it official yet.
It wasn't official?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So let's hypothetically say that happens.
Was that the 6th match? Or is that the 5th match?
That would be match 6.
Okay, good.
If that were to get added.
Right.
So let's hypothetically say it is.
Okay.
Seth and Braun Breaker, who you got?
You have to get Seth to win just because you want to create the rubber match. You have to.
I'm so glad you said that.
You have to.
I'm so glad you said that.
You can't have Braun win 2 in a row. You just can't. Or you could, and it now creates a different branch on the timeline. So I want to hear what you say, but I'm saying my original point that you have to have a rubber match. And the rubber match needs to be a gimmick match, right? So that's where I'm going with it.
Braun wins because Montez Ford turns heel.
Joins division?
It's a fake alliance, and he joins division.
Oh. I wouldn't hate that.
He turns on Dawkins. He turns on Rollins. He now is tag champs with Austin Theory.
Wow. You know what?
Because you're like, hey, these are partners I can rely on.
You know
these
what?
are people I can trust and push.
He's been talking, and Paul Heyman got
the tease has been there forever. You had him lose an incredibly competitive match to Rollins, and then he got back there and he's like, you know what? Yes, let's do this for Dawkins. To immediately make Seth at ease, feel like he's got nothing to worry about.
And again, you said it, and I said it. You now create a different branch on the timeline, right? Because now Seth is going to understand that I'm going to need my own stable now. Like he tried to create, it didn't happen. You have to now create something to be able to destroy them, because you by yourself is not going to work. And these like pseudo alliances is not going to get it done. You have to have something ironclad, and you have to have your own stable.
So with that,
Dawkins is going to be a part of it, and they're going to have to go get some other guys.
So then you could still continue a Seth and Montez thing. You can still build to a Seth Braun gimmick match where people can't interfere. And you got Tez and Dawkins.
And War Games.
And this could all be into a War Games thing.
Yeah, keep the bloodline. I don't want bloodline, but
granted, with all the damn injuries division has, do we want them in something like War Games?
they all probably won't walk out of War Games, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that there's a lot of meat on this bone. You know what I mean? If they can be able to do it right. So I ain't gonna lie to you, sir. I am with you. Okay, I am. You sold me. Okay, you sold me.
I do that. Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch and Sol Ruca. Do we have to go over this? We know Becky's winning.
Becky has to win.
She has to win. Hey, we agreed on one.
Yeah. Because she's the best. It's not just me saying it. It's Sports Illustrated
and Bleacher Report, and you and I have said it as well.
And yes, we've said it as well.
And then World Heavyweight Championship, Tribal Combat, Roman and Fatu.
Now, we didn't say this on the preview that we just did with the segment, but do you remember the line, sir? You remember the line that Jacob Fatu said? He said that sounds like a win-win either way for me.
Yes.
Which already told me what's going to happen. He will acknowledge his tribal chief, and he will be the right-hand man, which is going to cause some issues between him and Jey Uso. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Should I agree with you or not?
You need to, okay? Right. And if you don't, I need to hear something better than that.
Okay. Well, it's more than likely going to be that. Yeah. And that whole type of story exactly, where then maybe both Jay and Jimmy are starting to get jealous of things with him. The other caveat, and I think I kind of touched on this a little bit a week or two ago.
But yeah, the Usos
is the Usos would then turn on Roman,
right?
Pending Jacob wins. Because, hey, they want to stay with their tribal chief. And that's what causes Roman to be off TV again for a little bit. And now you're building an uncontrollable monster who Adam Pearce wants to fire is your champion.
But where does that leave Roman, though?
That will lead Roman to eventually help Oba when Oba has the title shot against Jacob Fatu and the users are interfering, Roman returns to even the odds. Oba will then beat Jacob Fatu for the title, and then they continue their whole hodgepodge of stuff.
Who?
Oh, Roman, Jacob, Jimmy. That's who.
Oh, no, I wasn't doing. I was doing the bar.
I know.
I know you know.
I like that joke.
Listen, I like that too. Okay, but
no, again, yours makes much more sense.
I listen. I like yours, but you're not gonna fool me on this one. Okay, I will not be swayed. Okay, I will not be swayed, sir. But that was really good. It was really good. Yeah, don't try to get me into your conscience stuff. I don't like it. Okay, I don't like when you do this. I don't like it. I'm just telling you right now. It doesn't work. It works on the anomaly. Don't you do it to me. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But that's pretty good. That is pretty good. It's pretty good. See, it calls more meat on the bone. You got the branches on the timeline. We like. That's what we're gonna start using that particular statement on the show. Branches on the timeline. That's what you want. You don't just want the end of the road. You need something else to be able to happen. I mean, cause some confusion and some character development. So I like it. I like it.
There you go. That's our predictions. We'll find out. Because you and I disagreed on several of them.
We did.
So one of us will be laughing at the other.
Yeah. It's just, isn't it amazing that we have a big show coming up on Sunday, but there's no trick?
There is no men's or women's United States Championship match.
Right.
There's no men's Intercontinental Championship match.
Right.
There's no men's or women's tag team championship match.
Right.
There's no Sammy, especially if he was just in the main event of SmackDown.
Right.
I can think there's no EO. There's a lot of people that are not involved.
I just not happy about that. And I am going to end on this. Has nothing to do with WWE. Double or Nothing was really good.
Double or Nothing was the pay-per-view of 2026 so far.
Really good. Really top to bottom.
Everyone delivered.
Good show.
Everyone delivered.
Very good.
I was emotionally invested with Cope and Cage.
Yeah.
Against FTR. They told a fantastic story in that match.
They did.
And I have certainly been harsh on his performances there because he's old, but this was outstanding.
Yep.
Stadium Stampede. I was very sports entertained.
Very funny. Yeah. Very good.
It was very entertaining. I loved the Leo Rush cameo for no apparent reason. And
remember, he was the moth.
I know.
Remember?
And my boy Tommy Invincible made a cameo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Darby and MJF was insane.
Classic.
Takeshita and Okada
put on a show. Yeah.
And that was match number 2 of the show.
Yeah.
And then with the turn by Fletcher on spoiler alert, sorry. It's almost a week now.
Yeah,
and I know I'm forgetting. So, everything. Every match was the women's match was great.
Good pay-per-view.
It was the best pay-per-view so far of 2026.
Very solid. Very, very solid. They are stringing together. They've always had good matches and good pay-per-views, but they're starting to string together some momentum, and it's good to see.
Swerve and Bandito. Swerve standing on top of Bandito's shoulders and then delivering his house call.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
My God. So
impressive stuff. It was very weird seeing Mick Foley in the pre-show as well. It's just for me, it's sad, because I know why he's there, and I respect him for standing on his morals and what he truly believes in, and he wasn't bluffing when he said it.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to him. I'm gonna miss him on WWE's TV, but he hasn't been there in a while, and he's going to be a very, very good addition, good mentor, and be able to give the guys exactly what they need in regards to the motivation, because he's a legend. So it's always helpful when you have guys like that are around that you could be able to talk to. So He's going to be a great addition for AEW.
Last thing with that, yes or no? Will he have a match in AEW?
Oh, I mean, he's lost so much weight, but I mean, his knees are still shot, man. Never say never. Never say never.
If he were to have one match, pick someone right now who he would have that match with, and it'd be a hardcore match.
John Moxley,
Kyle Fletcher.
What about MJF?
You could also do MJF. Absolutely.
I would love to see him there with MJF, just because MJF will be able to tell that story.
And that's why I think Fletcher could too. I think they could attempt to try to do a Foley and Fletcher like they did Foley and Orton.
Interesting. I like that. So good stuff. Is that our final words? Are we saying anything else?
That's the final words.
Okay.
I got nothing else. Yeah, I already mentioned I'm going to be around a bunch of anime people this weekend and all that.
You showed off already. I don't need you to continue to list off your accolades. I'm not into that. I'm not into the braggadocio. Okay, I don't brag.
So I shouldn't mention how we were victorious this past Sunday at Wrestling from Burbank, where our hands were held, even though I got slapped and Superman punched.
How are you feeling, by the way? Are you all right?
I'm feeling a little better. Funny enough, the big injury that I had that night was by one of the other wrestlers' 5-year-old kid backstage afterwards. Because I don't remember if I've mentioned this on the air, but you knew I had an issue for months with my elbow.
Yes.
And my buddy's kid, who's maybe 5 or 6 years old, he likes to, get in the face of all the bad guys, like after the show when he's allowed back in the locker room and stuff like that. So he doesn't like me for obvious reasons. And there's a point where he's grabbing onto my arm, but he's like, nah. And I'm just like, hey, no, stop it. I'm not thinking anything of it. And then, I mean, I can't really do it justice from this angle, but all of a sudden he's holding my arm and then he goes whack. He hits it as hard as this kid could right in the injured spot. And so it was like that thing where my arm literally, like, I went like, huh?
Yeah. Immediate dead arm.
Yeah. Dead arm. But no, like today I still feel it.
Jeez.
And this show was 3 days ago. And I go to that wrestler. I'm like, get your kid away from me.
Listen, I am all for, and I will say this because I'm such a great parent and a father, I am all for giving a kid a receipt.
well, Bean, I don't know if I could give this kid a receipt, being that his father, who is a wrestler and much larger than me, is standing 10 feet away.
He understands the business. Okay, you gotta teach him young. Okay, you do something, you expect a receipt. That's what I'm saying.
But then his dad would give me a reason to go to the hospital.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah. So that's all for this week's show. Hopefully we get a good SmackDown. We are please just give us fine. Right. I will be okay with fine. Please. Okay. Because we know what to expect from AAA on Saturday. We got a good card in regards to Clash in Italy. We know what we got. Just please, SmackDown. Just give us fine. All right. That's all I'm asking for. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.